This is like Bash Obama Part 2.
Well, it's just a little...
Well, Bash Obama will become a weekly segment on this show.
Does Obama celebrate Christmas?
I'm sure he does. But...
Doesn't it just kind of make people, besides people that are privy to it, I mean, shouldn't more people be aware of the fact how much corporations play a role in government? You have a lot of these ex-CEOs and people that had high-paying jobs in corporations, then going on to be involved in politics and government.
Brian,
I mean,
how would our plutocracy ever function well if people actually knew what was going on behind the scenes?
There's one thing that people don't often talk about regarding consumerism, and that is that human beings are products. They just are. We are things to be bought and sold, just in our society. Nobody ever talks about that.
You want to talk about it a little more?
I want you to talk about it, because I don't know a damn thing about it other than what I just said. So, Sheba! I own you!
Jackson, do you want to talk about the workforce and the army of the unemployed?
Sheba own Jackson!
That's something for another show.
I don't... I mean, everyone is aware of it, at least to some extent, that we do sell our labor in order to
live on the streets.
In order to live. And even that is not enough, because a lot of the people that are selling their labor to employers, it's not enough to get adequate health care. It's not enough to feed their families. It's not enough to have a place to live. And the minimum wage that the Democrats recently raised a small amount.
Yeah.
It's still not enough for someone to live adequately. It's not a living wage. If you look at what the state of Nebraska determines as a living wage, it's like $9.80 or something like that. And our living wage, or our minimum wage in this country, is still like $8 or $7.
I think it might be going up to $7.50. I don't think it happened yet.
So human beings are products to be bought and sold, and that, as much as people complain about how consumerist our society is, and how Christmas is taken away and blah blah blah, but it's just all about products. It seems like there's this fundamental thing that if you're going to criticize any kind of consumerism, you have to start like with us,
with capitalism.
Yeah,
I mean that's consumerism is capitalism. It's just the ability to make people purchase products when they don't really necessarily need to.
It's really even just simpler than that. I mean, capitalism is just about converting every tangible and even arguably intangible thing on this planet into a commodity. Now, that's sort of a textbook term. What is a commodity? A commodity is something to be sold. And capitalism is about converting everything real, and actually a lot of things that aren't real, into commodities.
As we have found out recently.
With the bailout.
A lot of people don't understand that means everything. That means everything. It's your thoughts are ideas to be
intellectual property.
Intellectual property is, and as
your
I
DNA.
said, human beings in DNA, which they are currently apparently.
It's on the one hand, it's almost exciting. I mean, certainly the scientists are very happy to be mapping the human genome. That's a huge thing, and that's kind of great. But the thing about it, obviously, with the people who run this planet, mapping the human genome is just a baby step toward copywriting the human genome. Making the gene that makes good eyesight something to be bought and sold. And
most people, particularly the liberals, Fairfield is a Democrat, that they don't seem to really understand is that when they talk about consumerism, they always just stop at just this commercial is influencing little Timmy to want a Power Wheels, and that's bad, and we shouldn't be harming the children. That seems to be a very surface thing.
It's a valid argument to talk about how children are indoctrinated into nagging their parents into buying them toys that they can't afford. I mean, that's a perfectly valid argument. But I mean, what Monty's saying, what I do agree with too, it's actually as grotesque as that is, that's actually a rather superficial crime of this capitalist system.
And the problem, and that problem I was just describing, the commercial trying to get to little Bobby, Timmy, I don't know, Tommy, Andy, Bri, Jackie.
Go on,
but
we got it.
We is that that problem isn't going to be solved until there are some drastic, extremely fundamental changes in how the whole entire world is operated.